Hey, what's happening, Webster? This is 8th grade science wave energy goal 7 notes. In this goal, students are going to be able to identify, describe, and explain regular and diffuse reflection. Okay, so necessary words to know here. If you're going above and beyond, you are able to explain why some objects reflect light and why others do not. Why does that happen? Very curious. So when light hits an object, it has really three options. Number one, it can reflect or bounce off of a surface. Number two, it can be absorbed or taken in. Or number three, it can be transmitted or go straight through an object. So, for example, when light hits the apple, all of the colors of light are going to be absorbed except for red, which is going to be reflected. And in the window, the light is transmitted through that window because it's a transparent material. So let's review some of those words. Transparent. Transparent, you can see through it. Light goes through it clearly. Translucent, light gets scattered and it doesn't go through as easily. Opaque can be something that's shiny or something that's not, but light does not go through that object at all. So transparent, translucent, and opaque, those were words from the last goal. Alright, so when we talk about light in this goal, we're going to talk about rays. Why talk about rays? Because it is a line that is traveling in one direction. So in this picture you see an I and an R. An I is the angle of incident. This is where the light is coming from. It is coming from a source. Okay? The source could be the sun, it could be a flashlight, or whatever is producing the light is going to be the source. And then if this is a plane mirror, a straight mirror, then you're going to have a reflected ray. And that reflected ray reflects off of the mirror in the same angle that it hits the mirror. So you have the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection. Hence the I and the R here on the picture. So what is regular reflection? Regular reflection occurs when a parallel rays of light hit a smooth surface. So the surface has to be smooth for a regular reflection to happen. And when a regular reflection happens, the angle of incidence is the same as the angle of reflection. Diffuse reflection, on the other hand, it's just like it sounds. It's diffused. It occurs when a parallel rays of light hit a bumpy or uneven surface. There's no telling where those light rays are going to go after it hits the surface. So think of like aluminum foil. Okay? A very bumpy but very shiny surface. And so because it's shiny, it's going to reflect. But because it's bumpy, we don't really know where those light rays are going to go, so it's not really a clear image when we look at crinkled aluminum foil. Other examples of diffused reflection, when you have a rough surface, an uneven surface, you're going to have a diffused reflection. So part of this goal is knowing what's going to happen when light hits a surface. Is it going to be a diffused reflection, or is it going to be a regular reflection? So another picture that compares the two. Regular reflection, you have the incident rays hitting the surface at the same angle, produces a reflected image. In a diffused reflection, this is like any surface that we can see but does not reflect an image. Okay, those light rays bounce off at unpredictable angles. We cannot see something clearly if it is a diffused reflection. So an image is a copy of an object formed by reflected or refracted rays of light. Everything is opposite, as you can see in this picture. Okay, so you know when you look in a mirror, right is left and left is right. So the image is a copy, but it's reversed. So again, in this goal, you're going to need to identify and explain regular and diffused reflection. Be able to predict why one happens and what happens when light hits a certain surface. Is it going to be diffused? Is it going to be regular? What kind of reflection is it going to have? Sometimes animals can get confused when they look at their own reflection. For example, in this video with a cat. Oh, ouch. Slow-mo. Boom. Eee. Ooh. Gonna have to call the kitty chiropractor on that one. So, again, that was an image, obviously, and the cat was seeing its own image because this was a regular reflection. If it was a diffused reflection, the cat wouldn't see itself. So there you go. Cat, face full of mirror. Boom. Alright, so that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bring your questions to class later.